Yeah. All right, we got do our little head nod, a little head banging here. All right, welcome back to another episode of Off the Cuff. We're gonna keep you up to date on all the latest NFT news. You find it on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts at NFT Alpha Show. Of course, make sure you're subbed on the YouTube if you want to watch the video version. We do the video and the audio, but yeah, today we're talking big news. The Coinbase NFT is out. We had the Moonbirds just go totally insane. We're giving away a whole bunch of Cardano NFTs with our seed phrase riddle. And we're going to talk, should this Coinbase NFT, they're a little more of a social media platform with some of their features. So is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? But yeah, let's talk. We got that Coinbase NFT. Have you been on it yet?
Yesterday, I clicked on it a couple times on the test site, the beta site, and yeah, I'm not like, it's cool. Yeah, they're adding that social stuff. The social's good. I think that's something that's been needed on the NFT marketplaces for sure. Like being able to comment on an NFT or DM an owner. I don't know if they're going to do the DM. I know you can comment. I think it was. But yeah. I think that adds a new flair to a marketplace for sure. The thing I don't like about it, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, is Coinbase. The Coinbase marketplace is in the Coinbase exchange itself. To noobs, it's great. It's user friendly. It's real easy. It's like every crypto newbie, that's where they start. They usually start on Coinbase.
Yep, that's where I started.
Yeah, that's where I started learning, buying it with my bank account and all that stuff. But as you grow through in your journey in crypto and NFTs, you start realizing what, not your keys, not your crypto, and what the difference between a custodial wallet and decentralized wallet and true ownership and really the meaning behind blockchain and NFTs and all that stuff. And so you kind of start moving away from those exchanges. And
yeah.
Same with the Coinbase marketplace. I think it's going to be good. People are going to get a taste of NFTs, and then they're quickly going to realize there's a whole new world, that whole song all the way over.
And we kind of see that with OpenSea and LooksRare already.
Yeah.
LooksRare is not the novices. It's the people like selling $300,000 plus NFTs where that 2.5% royalty actually starts to be a real amount of money. You're looking at like, dang, 300,000. That's them. They're taking $7,500 away from you. So yeah, we're going to see, but I think it's a good thing because we'll get this on board of noobs, of novices. So it's going to be good. I think a lot of people are, I don't know, it's hard to predict what will happen 6 months from now, but I could see more first-time buyers using Coinbase over OpenSea.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I said, everybody, that's how they start, right? That's how they start. But like things happen on Coinbase that can't happen on your MetaMask wallet.
Yeah.
They can lock your funds. They all of a sudden trading has halted for whatever reason. That's happened on Coinbase before where they've had issues or they've stopped something.
Oh, so you're saying there might be some issues similar to when Bitcoin pumps and dumps. For those who don't know, when Bitcoin does a giant pump or dump, you often can't use Coinbase.
No.
Like you can't sell, you can't buy, the app is down. You can't withdraw or you can't receive funds. You can't even sell your crypto. It just won't pop up. The app is busy, come back later. And it's like, I'm trying to buy the dip or I'm trying to sell the pump.
That's the issue with a centralized entity, which is what we're trying to move against. We're going against that when we get into crypto. But when you use a centralized exchange wallet or a custodial wallet service like Coinbase, you don't really own that money. You don't have access to it. Your issue
is more with their wallet versus their marketplace.
My issue is, yes, with their user-friendly wallet. It's the same thing when people bought, I forgot which one. Was it PayPal or one of those? When they
Cash
started,
App maybe.
Yeah, they offered crypto, or was it Webull?
Robinhood.
Yeah,
maybe.
but you couldn't move it off of it.
Yeah, Robinhood, yeah.
You were stuck on the platform.
Yeah,
so it wasn't truly your crypto. They were holding, you were like borrowing against it, or basically you were investing in crypto, but you weren't owning the actual crypto.
Yep.
That's a lot of what happens on Coinbase, I feel. And I think as you go down and you grow into crypto, you realize that pretty quick. Mm-hmm. If you educate yourself and learn, like, okay, I need to be more decentralized, even with my NFTs, because they can ultimately they control what you're going to do with your NFTs on Coinbase.
Yeah. Did we have some sus searches or something? I noticed that we deleted the search history. What are y'all doing with our social media here?
Classified.
All right. This has been my Coinbase NFT experience so far. Last sold. More like you need to make some more friends, loser. All right, that's actually kind of clever. I like that.
The tweets for the
That's
last
good.
like 24 hours have been really funny. Everybody's experience on the.
No, I mean that's funny
marketplace.
because sometimes the best part of TikTok is the comment section. Sometimes the best Reddit post is it's not the post, it's the comments.
The Reddit on Reddit for sure.
So yeah, I mean this could be good and bad. I will say if we want to just kind of jump to the social media part of it, I think there's definitely some issues with messaging and commenting that might arise. So we're gonna have to be real careful. I don't know what kind of process you have to go through to get on Coinbase. Do you need? I feel like you need to at least have to verify an email, maybe even verify a phone number, because I'm afraid you're gonna have. It's just an attack vector for hackers. So if they do the verification with email, verification with phone number, I think it'll be less of an issue. But yeah, people are gonna say, hey, let's not sell this, let's not sell your $100,000 NFT on Coinbase. They're going to take $2,500. Go to this site where they don't have royalties. And then, of course, they're going to get scammed. And that's going to happen. It's going to be terrible. And, you should educate yourself and you should do the research and you shouldn't put in your position to get hacked. But it's going to happen, and that's just going to be frustrating because it might turn people away.
That's something that I haven't really thought about. But yeah, I mean, even in this video that you're watching, go in the comments and look. There's some idiot that's got NFT Alpha logo and WhatsApp.
Yep.
Go WhatsApp us, and we're going to share this secret that no one else knows. And you're gonna make
Secret
$1 million.
trading,
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, but you are going to have victims like that on the Coinbase.
Yeah, they're exactly going to say, "Hey, use this so we save $2,500. Use this so we save $10,000. Use this so we save $200." And a certain percentage are going to fall for it. So yeah, we need to have some sort of robust verification system, or make it where you can't get DMs from strangers or something like that. There needs to be something, because we don't want people to, these noobs to come in and get their assets stolen.
Yeah,
no one wants that.
To touch on what you guys were talking about earlier, if you do want that NFT Alpha, join our Discord. Most of the times we're in there, we'll give you that update on a video that we're going to post later that day.
You know what? I'll give you a little alpha right now. I'm thinking, what? I told Frankie Candles, to buy something. I said, those season 2 ninjas looking cheap. So yeah, drop a little alpha in here for us, just a little bit. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be big. Do you think this is going to equate to influx of capital? Like, are we going to get some sort of pump?
Across
we're kind of we're seeing it with Mutant Apes today. I mean, maybe it's related to that. Maybe it's just the metaverse.
Yeah. Well, when you say it, I'm taking it like across the board. Are we going to see a pump all over crypto? Not necessarily, but with NFTs for sure, because you have a lot of kids now with access to buying without the education that they should get.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They have credit cards, mom and dad's credit cards, or these people that have heard about NFTs for so long, but they have no idea how to do it. Now they can with their actual bank account. I think you are going to see a massive, influx, and not massive, but you're going to see a steady rise, I believe.
I think scammy derivatives are certainly in for a pump, because it's going to be the people like, oh, I've heard about monkeys forever. Oh, here's some ape with tattoos on his neck. Yeah, looks cool.
One.
Yeah, this might be $1 million one day.
So I don't know this. Maybe somebody can educate me. To sell your NFT on Coinbase, does it have to be a verified collection?
No, because why would they have collections that aren't verified?
So they don't. They have collections that aren't verified.
Yeah. Okay. You can, like, our V2 isn't verified yet. I'm sure we'll get it verified though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it'll bring a lot of new people into like crypto in general. Like people that have heard about NFTs but they don't really understand it, they'll get into NFTs and then they'll start to understand the difference between like Ethereum, Cardano.
So maybe NFTs are the new XRP.
Yeah.
So people were getting in crypto 4 or 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. There's a good chance your first crypto was XRP. It was one of the main things on Coinbase it was like the cheapest coin on Coinbase, I believe.
It was. Well, to the noob, they saw the price of Bitcoin.
Yep. The price of Litecoin. Yeah, the price of Litecoin, price of Ethereum.
And we're like, oh, well, this one's, pennies.
$1. Yeah, 50 cents, 30 cents, whatever.
So this could go to $3,000, right? That's what everybody thought at one point.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what if it goes to what Bitcoin is?
Yeah, you go to the beginning of Bitcoin, you're like, Bitcoin used to be a penny. You go beginning of Ethereum, this used to be $1, you know?
You don't understand max supply and tokenomics and stuff. So.
Yeah. Speaking of, current NFT news, we got the Moonbirds going up. Wait.
Really quick, I think that the Coinbase NFT, social media aspect is a good segue into this tweet. This is Mike Malak. He is Logan Paul's co-host and best friend. So he was tweeting about social media in general. Like, should everybody be doxxed a little bit? Do you think that would solve a lot of the haters and the scammers and the issues that we have right now?
People hiding the hate behind the little anime character and identity-free accounts. It's a double-edged sword. There is no right or wrong answer. I feel like not everybody's hiding behind anonymity for trolling purposes or nefarious purposes. I think Richard Hart, I bring him up oftentimes. He is a smart guy. No matter what your feelings are in Pulse or Hex, Richard Hart's a sharp fellow. And one thing he says is, blockchain isn't really a great solution for everything. And the example he gave was payroll, because you might not want to have all your coworkers know what you make. And if you do payroll on the blockchain, you would just see let me see what every employee in this company makes. Some people, they have, funds, and they're worried about being a victim of something. Maybe you minted some Bored Apes. You have 5 of them, 10 of them. Your portfolio's in the millions, and now at this point, it's a security issue for you. So I think it's not always just the trolls are trying to hide. But I would say the majority of that is definitely trolls. 90-something% is probably for bad reasons.
Yeah, there's good reasons to be doxxed, and then there's not so good reasons to be doxxed. So
this whole thread was a really good discussion, and then he ended up saying at the end of it, he's like, I guess what I'm getting at is an improvement of the social media verification process would help, so people know who to trust and who not to trust.
Well, the top, thing, when free speech laws were written, it protected people, not no-name account. He's now he's definitely just conflating two separate issues. But throwing in free speech, you're going to get people riled up. So I don't know if he's aware of the disconnect or he's just putting it in there for engagement and farming. But people do, like this person says, they do say something racist or sexist or send some sort of threat because they are anonymous. They won't say it in real life, but how do you stop that? You have a social media platform. You say you must send a picture of your license. Well, guess what? Your platform's dead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and there's some places on this planet that you can't interact on the blockchain and you can't do certain things. So there's reasons why, and I deal a lot with developers that are building projects that sometimes their countries that they live in won't allow them to be doing what they're doing, and it's DeFi stuff or whatever, and so they can't be doxxed or they can't be and so there's good and bad arguments on both sides of it. I kind of lean toward the side of complete free speech, and I know that's a very controversial term. We should, people should be able to say whatever they want to do behind whatever picture they want to put up there or whatever, and the people listening or reading should have the choice whether or not they follow it.
Yeah, I lean towards that too.
Yeah, so we all have freedoms in that. So when we start shutting down, not to get too Independence Day, but we start shutting down these freedoms, then we start having to ask ourselves, where does it end? Where does it stop? And so then all of a sudden we're all living in a box and we're being told.
Well, yeah, next thing you know, they're freezing your bank accounts, and it
does start like that. It's a slow fade into insanity. And then all of a sudden you got a dictator.
Yeah,
right?
I'm definitely anti-censorship, except for, pretty obvious examples, but yeah, free speech is there for a reason, so we do have to, keep fighting for it. But here's another quick question. Is Twitter, with the whole Elon thing, is Twitter free speech? Or is it a private company that can do what they want?
Well, this is, how many times have you seen Zuckerberg in front of Congress and senators and all that answering a lot of questions? Because they're under protections that give them tax liability relief. And so if you're going to take that freedom of speech approach to your tax liabilities and your protections, then it should be, you shouldn't be able to cancel people. You shouldn't be able to, cancel people's accounts on certain platforms, including Twitter, including Facebook, including, Instagram and all that stuff. So like, that's
do you include scam accounts? Shouldn't be able to, the
I
fake
people,
NFT Justin out there with
I have
2
people
underscores.
I have people all the time, and I know you do too, that will reach out to me and say you have a scam Instagram account
Trying to steal money from people.
Steal money from people. And I'll go and look at it, and it's got like 2 underscores, or it's got like an L instead of the I in Justin, or whatever. Mm-hmm. If I go out of my way and try to get that account canceled, first of all, it takes a lot of my time to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes I can't even get it done. Any of that stuff. If I go out of my way to do that, another one is just going to pop back up with similar changes to it. So it goes back to the end user. The user needs to look at it and say, wait a minute, this is an L, not an I, and then look at the follower account. Look at what I've been commenting on. Look what I've been saying on my, and compare the things. Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
And so it all goes back to the end user on that kind of stuff. They're responsible for their money. They're responsible for all I can do as a content creator, which I've done before, and you have too, is say, look, I'm never going to ask for money.
Yeah.
Don't send me money. I don't use WhatsApp. That's all I can do.
If you send me 1 Bitcoin, I will send you 2, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Real quick.
And I know Vitalik.
So, Deezy, you and I were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
eBay, for example, it gives you pretty much a rating for how many times you sell something.
Yeah.
And do you think that would benefit the NFT industry?
I mean, it's a little bit different when you're selling low quality T-shirts versus high quality T-shirts. So you say, yeah, this guy, the seams didn't fall apart. This guy did. Like, I mean, an NFT is an NFT. You can see it on the blockchain. It's a digital asset, so you can see what it is from your basement on your laptop. It's different with eBay because I'm trying to buy this Dorito that looks like Abraham Lincoln, and then I get it, and it's not even the chip in the picture. So it's a little bit different. I would say it's, I don't know if ratings on NFT sellers would do anything.
It really goes back to what I just said. They need to be more responsible for their money. Like, for instance, I just sent $11,000 somewhere this morning for payment for something through crypto. I double, triple, quadruple checked the address before I did it because I'm paranoid. Because that's real money. That's real money. If I'm going to buy a $20,000, a $50,000, a $100,000 NFT, I am going to double, triple, quadruple check, making sure it's verified, making sure this is correct, making sure this is the actual thing. And the problem is you get a lot of people that come in that don't want to do their homework and they don't want to do their due diligence when it comes to major purchases. This is a major purchase. They need to figure out like what they're doing. What are they buying? And so it's going to go back to the end user. If you don't want to be scammed, do your homework on the front end. You won't be. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Going off of the rating thing, I think that like Coinbase's marketplace is going to be interesting for marketing for NFT projects. It's going to change the game for like the suppliers and the community, especially like the comments and everything. Like everybody can interact and compare all of their NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how they update it from like beta to where it's going to be at.
Well, I think like all things, all social media, it'll just get taken over by, you can just pay your way to the top. So I think we'll just see that. You can do it on Reddit, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it, pretty much everywhere.
Spotify, you can do it.
Yeah, you just pay your way. Yeah, I mean, you got some new artist that's like French Montana has some song out, and you know what? I keep seeing advertisements for it. I don't care about French Montana, but you know what?
To French
Montana's good. What do you mean?
Let's talk.
What do you think about French Montana? I don't like him.
No comment.
See, he doesn't like him either.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little Moonbirds, man. The Moonbirds blew up. They shot to the top of like volume rankings. I saw these. I was looking at them right after they released. They were like 7 point some ETH, 8 ETH. I was like, man, I really feel like this is a slam dunk. But I was thinking, what's it going to do? Go to 12? I have to really move some things around if I want to try to buy one. I didn't buy one. Wait, is that real?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the heck, dude? No.
Oh my God! It's been 10 minutes.
Go to activity real quick.
I cannot believe. Oh man. Why did? Dude,
Snooze,
I was
you lose. Look at
looking at it at 8, saying
So-
this is easily a smart buy.
Deezy, didn't you say yesterday that the Bored Apes just hit 500,000 ETH traded?
Yeah.
And it's been about a year. These guys are at almost 100,000 ETH traded after less than a week.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, really good. But, Bored Apes were trading for 1 ETH, 5 ETH forever. So, I mean, I would compare, and don't get me wrong, it's still a huge, huge accomplishment. But Bored Ape over the last month has been just, I'm sure, insane. Jesus, people are really FOMOing in hard, man. I cannot. You know what? People are saying this is wash trading. I don't think it is. I think this is legit, man.
This is definitely not the time to buy. Like, we're not suggesting buy this right now. I definitely think that it's.
Yeah, if you got 100K, I mean, there's probably better investments.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy.
I am going to try to find
I cannot
an
believe
entry
it just jumped 30K like that.
So tell us about I've never, I didn't read into this project or anything.
So Kevin Rose founded it as the Proof Collective. Proof Collective is like a consortium of collectors. They're going for like, they were 100 ETH. I don't even know what they are now. Probably like way more. But you're it's Kevin Rose, former CEO of Dig. So, he has a track record of building successful companies. He knows the right people. These are people who don't need the 100K, clearly. They weren't paper handing at 70,000. So what are the odds that they're going to really paper? Wow, 107. I would have figured a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a track record. They, are going to do what they say. You can feel confident. This guy, like, out the gate has $50 million. This is someone you can feel confident that they're going to spend the $50 million well. This guy doesn't need the $50 million. He has his own money, and he knows how to allocate millions of dollars well. So I feel like people are like, this is a great chance of an actual metaverse going to be used, a great chance of, actual utility. I'm sure you had the playbook. They're going to do a companion drop soon. They have a nesting thing. So they're going to be a successful project. This isn't going to be invisible friends or imaginary ones. This is strong team. And I think they're already hiring people. Just like out the gate, they're like, all right, these are the 6 positions we're hiring for. Yeah. So strong team.
And if you owned one of the Proof Collectives, you got to mint one of the Moonbirds for free.
2, I believe.
Of them.
I think you got to mint 2. God, I cannot believe I didn't have. Oh, man. I mean, I don't have just, like 8, 10 ETH lying around, but I could have made it happen, and I would have paper handed at 16. Yeah. Definitely.
That's the problem, man. Like, where do you get out?
Yeah, I would have got out the next day for sure. I'd be like, oh my God, this is, a lot of money.
Pull up mutants, the mutant apes.
Yeah, we just hit.
That's creeping up.
You saw that we hit 100. Oh what the fudge is going on right now?
It's the Coinbase thing. It's gotta be. So yeah, I bought in. Where did I buy? Was it 23? I think I bought it 23, and I thought
you're buying the top.
Yeah,
you're regretting it.
I was regretting it. Well, I knew
Not
like
regret,
I was prepared for a dip to be in the negative and to be depressed for a few days, and then now look.
And look at that last dip. Or pull it up again. Look at that dip. I mean, that was a parabolic run. And if you look, this was going from below 20 to like 22, 23. So, percentage-wise, it's probably...
That was the ape coin announcement. And then everybody was like, okay, I'm tired of waiting on it. And then it dropped. Everybody's confused. And now Metaverse. Boom.
Yeah.
What next? What next?
Yeah, and this was, I think, the Bieber pump.
Yeah. But I think we were talking to TJ this morning about it, and are the Bored Ape, Yuga Labs running into an issue where like they're just incentivizing people to hold, and pretty soon when you have a model like that, you eventually run out of things because crypto's so new. So they just tackled the eco coin. This was the playbook I went over. The companion drop was the mutants, the serum drop, and all that was the mutants. Then you got their eco coin, which was the ape coin, and now they just entered into the metaverse. Now what else can they do to incentivize people to hold, or have they branded themselves so strongly?
I'm leaning towards that. I'm probably leaning towards agreeing with you and TJ. But I would say if anybody can invent that 4th playbook item,
it would be them.
It would be them. You know what? There is one missing thing they haven't done. It's a VCon.
Yeah. Ooh. They could do it.
They could do it.
They could do it at ApeCon.
All right, so they still have one thing, but after that,
Well,
they would have to invent.
Annually.
They would have to
do that annually.
Well, I mean, like inventing a new fifth thing. So they have one thing they can do left that we can think of. Let us know if y'all can think of something. But
I like that. An ApeCon.
Yeah, you have ApeCon at ApeCon.
We can get ApeCon at ApeCon.
Yeah, it's a slam dunk. They have to do that.
So Hannah's going to bring up this chart. This is the pretty much if you own a Bored Ape Yacht Club set, an ape, a mew, and a kennel, and the ape coin, this is considered one of the best investments of all time. It's up 270,000%.
Yeah.
And this is
huge.
actually an old chart, so it's up even more now.
Yeah, it's up considerably more, really. Yeah, no, it's they definitely.
Where do you? I go back to this. Where do you jump out? Like you see all this chart. Like I know you're like there's a reason for it, but sometimes there's really not. You know. So
I mean, what if they do give you $20,000 worth of value just every year? Do you sell it?
I mean, it depends on how much I'm selling it for. If I'm selling it for $150,000, $200,000,
here's all right.
I'm not gonna. That's a 10-year play there. I can get it all right there.
Here's all right. Here's where I'm coming from. I'd only move it if I have a very strong asset generating income stream. So I have to put it in something that I feel can make me immediately.
But you see things like Moonbirds. If you're doing your homework, you could sell and just. I mean, what if you bought? I don't know, 20 of those.
Yeah,
that would have been insane.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like that's what I always look at with this. Like, there's a point to get out. There is a point where you've held too long. Doesn't matter what the project is. You see it with tokens, coins. Chainlink, the most loved project ever, and even it's goes
this is $10-15 now or something. Yeah.
So this is, I mean, I think is gonna we are gonna see major corrections eventually. It's
right,
just
right.
I guess. I hope.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
All right, let's talk a little seed phrase riddle giveaway.
First, what is a seed phrase riddle, and what's going? Where is that happening at?
All right, so seed phrase. Hopefully most of y'all know, but for those few that don't, I'm sure you're making your family members watch this against their will, taped to a chair, eyelids peeled
open, clockwork orange.
Yeah, you got one of those like old-timey curved horns going in their ears, so they're guaranteed. But when you get a crypto wallet, you get a seed phrase. It's a unique set of words. With Cardano, it's going to be 24 words. You type in these words, and only that is how you unlock. That is the combination lock for this bag of crypto, essentially. A wallet is what they call it. So we are releasing 24 clues, and once you figure out all the clues, you then have the 24 words. So get those, pull the money out of that bag and put it in your own little private pocket.
Fast as you can.
We're giving away the clues. So let's go back to that first clue. Yeah, if you go to the Pluto Alliance, I think it's, you can find it. We need to, if it's not pinned, we'll get it repinned pretty soon. But
lazies are like at 300. I think what are apes at? Pull up.
Like 2,500. Yeah, pull up JPEG
So
store.
this is an original. That was the first post. We added more NFTs. I believe the wallet now is worth around 3,200 ADA.
Okay. 2,700. We might have to. Anyway, I don't know. But go back to the tweet. Yeah, we don't go back to the tweet. Where's the first clue? I mean, we can do.
Riddle, so there's 5.
All right. So this is the first of the 24 words. James Dalton, aka Roadhouse, worked blank at the Double Deuce. We'll go ahead and give it to you. What did Patrick Swayze work as?
Security?
Yeah, he was security. So the first word is security. So that's how the clues work. We're almost done. So we're getting close to 20. This is 19.
I feel like this is like a really cool thing. I feel like I don't know anybody else that's doing this in their Discords, Of course, a lot of things we do for the Pluto Alliance, I feel like no one else is doing so. But anyway, if you want to participate, what do you have to do, Taco?
So, one, you want to go to our Twitter. You want to open the thread. That's where you're going to find most of the riddles. And then after that, from the 20th riddle to the 24th riddle, you have to own a V1 or a V2 alien to get into our Discord channel, Galactic Gossip. That's where I'll be posting the remaining riddles.
Here's a little hack to that situation because we recently did some staking. So if you don't have if your V1's staked, you get a V2, and you can get in there and verify it.
Yeah.
and you can participate. So
Yeah.
you get a V2.
V2 floor is like
cheap.
02 or
Yeah.
03, so you can get in real cheap there.
It's a piece of gum.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll repin it. We don't want people to have to work too hard trying to
Find it.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah. But I think it's big. I think get in there and participate. It's fun if you're a wordsmith.
$3,000
Yeah.
for now. Who knows what it's going to be?
Hey, I'll take $3,000 today. You
Yeah.
know, that's life changing. You know, I can go do something with it.
Yeah. I mean, you got some home improvements. You got a car down payment you're trying to make. So yeah, check it out. All right, we got some engaging questions here. Actually, I don't think we've ever. Well, we're not hitting the bong in the office, so we haven't asked each other this. I don't think. Do
It's a
you
good
think?
segue from Pluto Alliance, right?
Yeah, it's a good segue. I like that. All right, Justin, do you think aliens exist?
Okay. So my thoughts on this question, right? Because I've talked about it when I was smoking weed. I used to talk about this all the time. So do I think aliens exist, man?
Hey, man. Are they real?
I think they do exist because there's no way if space is infinite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means that there's infinite amount of suns, which means there's an infinite amount of universes and planets and all that stuff. The likelihood of us being the only inhabited planet with life, and all that is very, very slim, if impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed, and I forget it's not Kepler. There's some mathematical formula for this, but it's there's that special area from a burning gaseous giant, the sun. You get in this special area, and you can basically have water on a planet. And say you have water on a planet, you only have like a 1 in a billion chance or whatever of creating life. But even at a 1 in a billion chance, to your point, it's like a mathematical certainty.
Right.
Because there's so many stars, there's so many planets, there's so
Infinite
many.
amount.
Yeah.
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said it does end, though, which I never can wrap my head around.
Well, it's expanding at the speed of light. And so it's like, that's the end.
Like, I need to smoke weed to think about this. Because
Well,
I don't understand that, and that's a whole other podcast. We'll break down, physics and all that stuff later. But
yeah, we'll do a physics podcast later.
To understand that is just mind-boggling.
Well, for fans of the
Expanding
simulation theory, if you were to create a simulation, you don't want your video game characters to get outside of the video game. So how best to do that is to impose a speed limit on the people within the simulation. They can't get outside of the simulation because the simulation expands at this speed. And guess what? You can go a certain speed, but not that fast. So you'll never be able to, get outside the game or whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
What's outside of the expanding universe?
What is nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we need a joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I feel like have had those answers before, but I was really high.
Yeah, you know what? I should have wrote it down because I remember that one time.
I figured it all out.
I was
It was
at
like
the fire.
I was like writing on my window, like beautiful mind, just like insane.
Yeah. God, I should have took a picture of that. Oh well. It was on my MySpace. I lost it.
Yeah.
All right.
Tom's got it.
Okay, now we got one of those wacky would you rathers.
Ooh,
All right.
easy, wacky.
Would you rather adopt a British accent every time you are having a serious conversation or laugh every time someone cries?
I mean, the laughing every time someone cries just seems like bad. Relationship ending, funeral, awkwardness. Like, there's a lot of downside with the laughing every time someone cries. But what's the downside of a British accent?
It could be the same thing. Like, imagine if everybody is normal. Imagine if we're having a serious conversation right now that actually matters, and I'm just
She's got a good point. But
talking in a British accent.
It's not
You
as
would
bad
think
as
I was
crying.
making fun of you or something.
the British accent?
I mean,
I gotta think of something to say. Were you on the boat when the boat tipped over?
I'm trying to tell you about my grandma that just died. I have tea and
Tell
crumpets.
me,
And you're like,
how does
no,
it
this
make
is
you
serious. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, they're both kind of bad, but can you imagine just laughing uncontrollably at a funeral? Yeah. That's not good.
You get news that your mom's got cancer, and you just start busting. I guess they're both equally pretty bad. I mean, I feel like these questions, man.
And give us some would you rather's in the comments. We read the
Let's get
comments.
some new, because Taco, again, you're not getting these from a book or anything, right? You're making this up. Yeah. All right, so let's get some other minds around.
He's writing on his wall like beautiful
Yeah,
mind. He's
that's
got
not a
would you
good
rather.
one.
He's like
British
crossing
accent,
out.
though.
Like,
Something around a British accent.
yeah.
We got
It started Australian. He's no, it's not it. It's got to be
it.
Got to be British.
Mikey? No one likes him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna throw it out. I'll do because I'm weird. I'll do laugh. I'll do laugh. And I'll have to explain myself.
You can do sad clown laugh.
So,
Yeah. Just make your sad eyes, but you're smiling. They'll just say that's his coping mechanism. I think he had a rough childhood.
Yeah,
That's what they'll say.
he's grieving.
Yeah, this is how he grieves. I think a clown touched. Anyways, but yeah, I guess I would do the British accent for sure. I do have a clown story. I remember one time I was like, kind of one of those first memories, getting a shot as a 4-year-old, I think, and it was
In
the
your
boosters.
arm? That's weird. Like,
It was me. They handed me the needle. Hey, Deezy.
Did you do this?
I didn't do my inner elbow.
4 years old.
I tried to do inner elbow. I started slapping it. They're like, no, what are you doing in the muscle? But
In the toes, they don't know.
but I remember it was I was crying so loud and I was becoming so rambunctious that they stuck me in a closet. They hid me in a closet.
Oh, jeez.
And then because I was so loud, I guess they had to get another door of sound dampening.
Ooh.
And then I remember when it wasn't like small. It was maybe like kind of like a chemistry class type deal. And I remember when the door was open, and then all of a sudden there's a clown in there with trying to hand me a balloon. I just remember rejecting the balloon because I was in so much pain. But even as a 4-year-old, I had instant regret. Like, oh, I actually wanted that balloon. I wanted the balloon. But no, I had to have my stand. Like, no, I'm upset, and no, I don't want a balloon. But I definitely wanted the balloon. So, clown, if you're watching and you remember me, I know it's pretty good odds of this. I apologize. I should have accepted your gift.
Somewhere there's a clown that's really happy right now.
Yeah. That frown is turned upside down. He's squirting his computer screen with the flower.
With a balloon animal.
A snake.
Anyway.
It's a snake. All right, that's all we got. Make sure you subbed. Follow our Instagram, follow our Twitter. All the links are in the description. And if you listen on Spotify, check out the YouTube for sure.
Yeah, we have some really, 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 really big things coming out for NFT Alpha and NFTs as a service that we're going to be talking about on this show, on several shows, on the videos that we're doing in the NFT world. So make sure you're following all of our socials for sure.
All we do is build.
Build. That's it.
It was a snake.
Music.
Round.
There it is.
I thought you played it naturally. Oh, you had to pick up the guitar.